did it out of spite because me and my ex really liked comedy, and we would always like do acid in the basement and write jokes and be like, this is what we're gonna do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then we broke up, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, and he's gonna miss me.
Does he, you guys still in touch? Was it a good, friendly breakup, or?
We didn't talk for like a year and a half. The stand-up didn't make him miss me, but we're all cool now.
He's not a fan of your stand-up?
Oh no, he is. I thought that like I was gonna like get up on stage once and we'd like get back together and write more jokes in the basement.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even now, you're doing the orange peel and the headlining the. Surely he's gonna crawl back after.
Oh,
this podcast gets.
Yeah, he's gonna watch the Home Planet podcast and call me. No, I did it, and then I really fell in love with comedy, and then I was like, oh, this is actually something that is really fulfilling, minus the spite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spite kind of got you there, and now you're not doing it. Spite's not the fuel.
Spite's not the fuel. I feel like spite lights a fire under your ass to write jokes, though.
Yeah. I can kind of see that. I didn't start stand-up till I was in my mid-30s, and there's definitely some of my friends my age were like, you can't just start a new thing. Like, you gotta. I was like, I'll show these fuckers. It's a little bit of that.
Did I don't know, why were they so hesitant? I feel like your mid-30s is not a bad time to do stuff.
I think sometimes it can kind of like be almost like, my guess is that sometimes people have their own things that they want to redefine themselves and do, and if they've known you one way, they can sort of be like a little like bothered by that, you know.
How old are you?
I just turned 46 like this week.
How is that?
I mean, I have never been happier, and I like it, but it's also like I can see the, death. Like, I really can. It's like, it's about over. Like, you know how it speeds up?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, if I live to be 90, I'm halfway there in years, but it's really like 75% over. So it's the humility there where I'm not like, anything, I've infinite time.
Yeah.
And I deserve things. I'm kind of like, all right, I'm just still allowed. I can still walk into a show and get booked. I'm not so old that people are like, oh, don't let him say things into a mic.
Well, like, stand-up comedians are usually kind of old.
Right?
Yeah. I was, like, thinking about it the other day because I was like, oh, if I make it in stand-up, I don't want to be super old. And then I was like, I can't think of any touring female comics off the top of my head who were, like, under 30.
Yeah.
And that freaks me out a little bit.
How old are you?
22.
Good Lord.
I know.
It's insane.
I'm so scared.
That's, yeah, I mean, I feel like there's not that many people in there. Everyone is like 30 or 28 to 32. There's not even that many people your age that seem to be starting it.
I agree.
Why is that? Like, are people your age kind of not into? I keep thinking like young people like stand up, but I think there's people who are like 32. They're not even that young.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Gen Z's view on comedy is not like really warped, but it's just different. When I was doing my show like 2 weeks ago, it was kind of hard to get like people under the age of 25 to be like, okay, I'll come watch y'all talk. Yeah, I don't know.
Like they don't like, they're on Netflix. They don't do
the most popular comics with like people my age are people like Theo Von and some of the guys like Kill Tony and stuff, but I think it's like it's not really interesting unless there's like an extra pizzazz to it to them.
Yeah, like crazy talk or shock or something like that.
Yeah, or like the Kill Tony format where they kind of like bully people afterwards. That's a little fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You a fan of Kill Tony? Yeah.
I could take it or leave it. I think I've heard some conflicting things about the way that the people on that show act that made me dislike it compared to if I didn't know anything about the people on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know too much about the. Yeah.
Personalities of the people, yeah.
I think you would be great on it. I don't know that I would do well and kill Tony with 1 minute. I think you could coast through the minute on vibes, and you have short jokes.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to.
Yeah.
I don't think at this point I'd want to sign up to do that. It's inviting too much into my space.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of strike me as sort of a like introverted, shy type person, probably. But on stage as well as off. Like, you know, Cody is that way, but then he transforms into Bugs Bunny. But you kind of seem to stay in that mode.
I'm very thankful that it's been able to work out to where that's okay. Because, like, one of the teenagers I worked with was like, I looked at your Instagram and, like, you just look at the floor the whole time and they let you do that? And I was like, surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Isaac Truman? Have you crossed paths with a new Asheville comic? Really funny. Kind of reminds me a little of you in that regard, where he seems to do, I think it's they seem to do, like, everything you're not supposed to do for public speaking, but it really works. It's part of the lean in factor. Like, he's just kind of stares and takes long pauses, and for some reason the audience like leans in. I think most of us can't get away with that.
I don't know. I feel like people's stage persona has to feel like at least slightly authentic. And I feel like if that's just, like, how you are, it can work for you because you're not, like, coming at him with, like, a character. Like, I think it would be weird if I got up on stage and, like, made eye contact and was really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to see it, but yeah, it would probably be
a little strange.
So what was your first, like, the first mic, or, like, when was that, and what was that like? How long have you been?
I think it was like right around 2 years, like now. It was like June of 2023.
Summer?
Yeah.
20? Still not 21?
Yeah.
Even? It's crazy. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, me and my ex always wanted to do it, but it said that you had to go on Facebook to sign up for the mic. And we were like, we don't know how to use Facebook, so we didn't ever sign up for it. And then I just walked over there and was like, I want to do that. And then it was a lot of fun. I don't know.
Coffee Underground?
I did it at the Comedy Zone.
Comedy Zone.
Yeah.
Which you headlined a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was so fun.
It makes me so happy when I see something like that, because I feel like so much of it is not that.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
It's like a dude that's older than me talk about airports or something, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I like the Greenville Comedy Zone. It's a little smelly, but it's cute.
Yeah. So your first set, what did you have, like, you'd written the one-liners, and, like, do you consider, like, one-liners, is that accurate?
I'd say that
Short
they're
jokes?
mostly short, yeah. I tried to do longer jokes, and I still haven't quite figured out how to make, like, really long jokes work. I have 2 jokes I'd consider to be long jokes, but after the first set, I watched it and I was like, oh, that's not okay. And then I went back and was like, we're gonna boop boop boop, and
A video.
Oh yeah, I took a video
of your first set.
Yeah.
You watched it.
Yeah.
And then you were able to, like, still go back and improve upon it. It didn't just crush you, like.
Well,
I still watch myself and I'm like, fuck.
Even now?
Yeah.
But you're, like, successful.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't change. I guess just see. I'm getting desensitized, and I just listen to this. I'm okay with the sound of me. Watching it can be hard.
So it's okay if you, like, listen to it, but you don't want to, like, watch.
Yeah, but I think I need to. So, but it's still kind of often I'll feel good. I'll be like, oh, I can watch it because I feel good. Yeah. And then you get halfway through, and you're like, oh my god, you ever start having a panic attack?
Literally, no, I can't, like, smoke weed and then watch any of my comedy sets.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, oh, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just feel that way high in general. Just like the mirror, you're just like, oh, God.
Oh, weed is evil.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, just just quit the THC for my 46. I quit drinking alcohol like 3 years ago, and now I'm like, it's been a good run. I need to just. My kids are getting older. I gotta just.
You gotta chill.
Yeah, it's like I got caffeine and like fried chicken now is like all that's left.
Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah.
That's so scary. What about Klonopin? You ever have a little Klonopin? No?
No, I don't even really know what that is. I've heard the word. I never really did any pills or anything like that.
Oh.
Like, I might do anxiety meds, but that's,
Benzos are anxiety meds.
Oh, are they?
Anxiety meds, yeah.
You got any on you?
In my car. Like a few loose ones for emergencies.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, summer, you get up, you do it. You seem like you write. Like you don't get up and just be like, here's what happened today.
Oh yeah. I'm not really good at doing like off the dome stuff. But I don't know, like when I was a kid, like 10, 11, 12, Netflix had just come out, and then I was in like middle school, like watching John Mulaney and Bo Burnham and other people that I can't remember their name.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
I love the both of them.
Oh, no, I forgot it. Donald Glover. I remember being like in 6th grade, like watching his Netflix special, and I didn't even really understand what I was watching, but I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, I feel like it's interesting because like you grew up with like Bill Cosby and like people who were like straight up comedians, and I think the contrast is like cool.
Yeah, you mean like it's kind of more alt, like definitely Bo Burnham is like taking it to weird new places.
Oh yeah. Do you think he's gonna come back?
I don't know. I don't follow him that closely, but I just, when I do stumble on him, I'm always like, damn, he's like always on the bleeding edge. Like his, with the joke where he like throws the confetti, like just little things like that. You're like, I need to think of something like that, something that just, it's still a joke, but it pushes the.
He's an elusive creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's retired, or he's taking time away to.
I don't know.
Make movies, or he does all kinds of interesting stuff.
I mean, I'm not like on the Bo Burnham pulse or nothing, but I feel like he's pretty recluse.
Yeah.
Mad respect.
Yeah. I'm going to try to open this door up and just see if it makes it less stuffy in here. It feels like it's already hot somehow.
Woohoo.
Yeah. So you're like watching it. You're just like watching Netflix when you're like, I have a 9-year-old and like a 13-year-old. So you're just like that age and you're just like watch. Are you like laughing out loud, or are you just going like, huh? Like, is it more like performance art to you, or is it like, this is hilarious and I'm laughing about my pain? Like, what do you think it was that?
I mean, when you're 13, I feel like you don't relate to stand up as much as you do when you're an adult. Like, you don't have that agony of existing quite yet. I laughed at Bo Burnham a lot because in his earlier specials he just had like a lot of like silly jokes. I think Childish Gambino was pretty funny because I knew that I wasn't supposed to be like listening to that. Like, I knew if my mom walked in, she'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I thought that was fun just because it's like, he's saying bad words and making fun of people in wheelchairs, like,
Yeah, like Kill Tony.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing, and it's wildly successful. Just every regular person has some crazy disability. It's like, what is the laugh? Is this allowed? Like,
yeah, it feels a little wrong, but it's also so intriguing.
It really is. It really is. Yeah, so you're watching that stuff, and then in your late teens, you're in a relationship, and you guys are like kind of banding together, like tripping hard.
Yeah.
Writing. Did any of the jokes from that era make it into your act?
Super secret. The joke about killing gerbils is actually one of the ones that he came up with, and I stole it. I stole it. And then we talked again, and I was like, Tommy, before you look at my Instagram, I just want to let you know I took the gerbil joke because I figured you were never going to use it.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you ever get famous, I want royalties. And I was like, okay, That's fair.
I feel like there's something really about your delivery that makes a joke like that work, where like if I said it, I don't think it would. I mean, those are my favorite joke comedy moments, are when it's like it has to be you to sell it. I don't know what this dude looks like or what his energy is, but it's hard to imagine anybody else could really sell it the way you do.
Thank you. I hope Tommy listens to that part. Got him.
Because I think it can be a little disarming, like the way you present, and then sorry, there's a bug there, and then there's kind of like some like disturbing, yeah, like yeah, the contrast between like your body language and the words and the imagery that you say is like, there's a lot of comedy just in that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really, I like darker jokes. I've learned that the longer I've been doing comedy, you can't really joke about like being like super depressed too hard, because it's really tricky and people pull back. But making fun of like killing animals or like car accidents, if you do it right, is fine.
So you can feel when they're pulling back and stuff. You can kind of already, maybe you have the theater or something. It took me a while just to not be terrified trying to remember the script in my head, like to actually feel the gravity, you know, like when they pull back. And
I don't even know if it was like me myself realizing it, but I feel like I've been given a lot of spots at the Greenville Comedy Zone I wasn't necessarily prepared for. And there was one night I was opening for somebody and I was doing like 20 minutes, and like a good chunk of that was just like, I could kill myself jokes. And then afterwards, this really drunk lady came up to me and she was like, I can't tell if you're actually sad or not. I hope you're okay. And I was like, oh, I need to change something. Yay, drunk people.
Yeah. I mean, you have jokes though, but I definitely see that a lot, especially at mics where it's like, I'm trauma and I'm depressed, and you don't release it, you know, you just make the tension, and then people, it's like they saw Nanette and they figured like that's what it is it's just brave to be.
Yeah.
But there's like punchlines and jokes.
Did you get it?
I think I did. Yeah, I did get it.
Murder on camera, dude. Yeah.
So you mentioned that like your mom might not like it if she came in and saw you watching that comedy. Like, do your parent? I don't know if you have like both parents, or like do they come to the Comedy Zone? Is it like this like dark?
No, my mom is 73.
What?
Yeah, I'm adopted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'm adopted. My mom is 73, super conservative and religious. She's very supportive of what I do, but she's told me before, she was like, I don't want to hear you like say like bad stuff. Like, I'm very proud of you and all that good stuff, but she just doesn't want to listen to it.
I can respect that. Though.
Yeah.
You know, it's like she's not like don't do it or change who you are, but she's like, I'm not trying to sit there. Is it like F-bombs, or is it like suicidal ideation? Like, where is all of it? Is it like even just bad words, or? Yeah,
bad words. Like when I was growing up, like you couldn't say fart in the house without my mom like being like, stop it, you know?
Fart was a bad word when I was a kid. It's like, it's crazy. They'll say it on NPR now.
Yeah.
I feel like farts kind of come a long way.
That was definitely the F-bomb in my house growing up, for sure. I don't know. I'm very thankful to have such like supportive family, though. I couldn't ask for a better parent, even if she is like elderly. She's great.
Yeah, I mean, she really had time to. Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like your age, though.
Oh, really?
Or like a little younger than
That's
you.
That's interesting. Yeah. So you have siblings that could be like your dad or mom.
Yeah. My brother's 43 and my sister's 39.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're cool.
Yeah. Were they adopted?
No, that's like my mom's biological children.
Okay. So that's interesting. I mean, she waited till she was like in her 50s, in her early 50s, and she's like, I want to adopt. So she like really wanted, so many people are just like, oh shit, we're having another kid.
Yeah. I don't know. My mom's very of like the generation where like women are like family people, and my mom, like, her whole thing is like she just wants her kids to be happy and stuff. And I think by the time I was a teenager, like, she is like an old lady, so she was a bit like tired for all my teenage feelings. But
oh yeah, she's in her 60s at that point.
Yeah.
I'm just getting into it. I'm like, I started too late. Tired.
Yeah, for sure.
When you asked how does it feel, that was the first thing I thought of. I was like,
you're tired?
Tired. And there's a teenager that's just like, there's about to be another one.
Being a teenager is so scary, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think it's worse now, too, I think. I mean, I don't know. I think it's better and worse, but it's different. Like,
because of like the internet and
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah. Like, our 13-year-old has no interest in social media or phones, so that's good.
Oh, how'd you do that?
She just picked it, but then the 9-year-old's like already like on Facebook Messenger and wants to do all of the
buy Labubu's and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they have little games now that like they might have had them when you were a kid, where you like she can look at my Instagram for a second and be like, oh, that's a lot of likes. Like, she understands, because the games are like,
that's
try to
scary.
pick the perfect outfit to get the likes. Those are the games now, and I'm like, should I it feels weird to be like, you will never play these games, because then it's like she might want it. It might create more of a repressed.
You want what you can't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe you could talk to him after this. You're kind of of the same generation.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about staying in the arts world this long, to where it's like I'm like I could be the dad of like the the new wave.
It's crazy though, because like I have my group of friends my age, and then I have this whole other group of friends that are like full-blown adult. I know I'm an adult, but they're like actual adults. And then like I go over to like my friend's house my age, and I'm like, the people in comedy have all these problems that just don't make sense to me. And I'm tired of hearing about it.
Like mortgages and stuff.
Yeah, like mortgages, or like marriage, or like it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna live with my mom forever. Like, I don't keep that far away from me.
I don't know if you have that much time.
Yeah. I'm gonna live with my mom until I'm in my mid-30s at the latest. It's a pretty sick gig.
I love that about comedy, that that's the real gift. I just want to be on stage, but I have friends that are like different ages, like different genders, all these things. So it keeps me from people at work are like kind of like me, demographically. And when I was your age, I don't think I didn't hang out with any like 46-year-olds or.
Yeah.
It seems like there's got to be some benefit to that, like not just hanging out with people that are like your.
Oh, for sure. I think that it's definitely opened my perspective of like what friendship can be, and like I'm very grateful for everyone I've met through stand-up, and it's really cool to be a part of like a community where you're like, I wouldn't know you existed unless we both had this like niche interest in embarrassing ourselves in front of other people. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's a cooler way to meet people, like based on your interests, because it's like it's not like we're making money even. It's like you only get there because you're like passionate about it or whatever. It's not even like there's no practical reason for any of us at our level to be doing any of it.
Yeah.
And I don't even expect that at this point. But it is exciting to see someone like you that's like just you're starting so young, and you have like all this energy. I mean, I know it's hard to take a compliment, but people are like really excited about you. People are like, even up here, people are like, there's this new kid.
That makes me
She's
so happy.
doing it in some whole different way.
That makes me really happy. I get really scared though, because I feel like I'm younger, but like all the components like needed to be like a younger comedian, I feel like I'm like lacking. I was talking to one of the Greenville comics who has like a huge social media, and he was like, you need to post every day, twice a day, at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and like have a social media, and it's like integral to being a comedian today. And I was like, oh, I have a job.
Yeah.
I have a job.
Totally.
It's
Yeah.
scary.
I got a full-time job, kids, it's the same. So I am trying to dabble in the algorithm, because it is like, it's changing fast, and you see the influencers
Yeah.
coming in, and it's like you can get an audience there, but yeah, it's like, it's not really, I just do it because I want to get in the room. But then it's also helped me stumble onto stuff like this, like we'll get a reel out of this, but I do sincerely like this, and it gives me ideas for comedy, and we're in a room doing a real thing, so it's like the algo part is an afterthought. So I'm trying to find ways to like do it that are, like you said, like it's genuine to you, like you're not getting on stage and not being yourself, like trying to figure out a way to play reels but it's still me, you know?
Yeah. No, this is sick. Yeah. You're doing it, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Straight up.
I mean, I think this is like probably maybe the best thing I've ever done. Like, I mean, it's like it was music, and then it was like stand up. But I think like on my deathbed, which I think about a lot because I'm 46, it's like all the conversations, you know?
You're acting like you're gonna die in like 3 days. Does it hurt that bad to be 46?
When I found out you were 22, I've definitely felt like, oh, like I don't have a lot of time. I don't have. No, I mean, it's great. It's actually the best. Like, I mean, I was like, I couldn't have even gotten up and done any of it till I was like 35 and a dad. So, I mean, it's amazing that you can even like talking on stage. It took me that long to just build up the courage to try it.
Oh, did you like want to do it when you were younger?
Yeah, and when I did music, I would sing and stuff, but then in between songs, I couldn't talk. I couldn't be that naked. I had to like be singing, and I noticed people that could tell a little story or make a joke between songs, the audience would lean in for the song more. So I started doing it just for that.
Yeah.
But then I was like, fuck music, like just talking with a stool and a mic is like such a rush. I mean, it's crazy.
Do you do like metal music or like what kind of music?
It's kind of like standard, like white guy, you know, indie rock, like
Imagine Dragons.
It was like the 90s, so you know, it was like Nirvana was my gateway, and then it was like the Pixies and Pavement. And, yeah. And then I went back to like the 60s and the old blues guys and stuff. But
Stellar.
yeah, I still don't know Imagine Dragons or any of the stuff from this century.
Yeah. That's so funny. I have some friends who are in like bands at home, and they always tell me, they're like, you're lucky you do comedy because the comedy scene is so supportive and the music scene isn't that way, and like comedians lift each other up but musicians don't do that. Is that true?
I don't think so. I think comedy's been better for me. But I'm also come to it like older and more humble. Like when I was in my 20s, like I got to play the Orange Peel with my band in the 20s, and I was like, that's right. And I got like real drunk, and I was like, I'm like, I assumed I was gonna just keep getting more, but then like now I'm just like happy
that you got to do it.
Yeah. So I think I feel better about comedy, but it's more just that I'm just in a different place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the power go out here a lot?
Not a lot, but there's this thing that happens with that camera, like if we roll for an hour and then the power goes out, you lose everything. So it's like, I don't think this storm's going to make it happen, but it would really suck if we lost the video. We'd still have the audio, but yeah. What kind of music do you listen to music regularly? Or
I do, but I feel like all of the music I listen to is like all over the place, kind of. I really like instrumental music, like the bedroom pop. It's fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about Spotify, is it'll just kind of show you that stuff.
Heck yeah.
Like the lo-fi, you know, the Study Girl on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's like because I code for my job, so like lyrics will distract me. So I've gotten down a lot of wormholes on that, just like beats and chill synths.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
My friend Aiden does coding, and he's coming to the show tonight, so maybe y'all can talk about Code Bro stuff. Yeah.
That's cool. He's coming up for the... You haven't done the Orange Peel yet, have you?
No, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asheville's really cool. I'm really happy to be doing more shows here. It's really fun. I thought for sure that I was never gonna be back after I made the lady with the foldy chair logo on Instagram mad.
She was my last guest, and I was just telling her about you and how you, and then she was like, Zlata was like, said the same thing to her. She wants an email that's very professionally written. ChatGPT will do it for you.
I know.
Or I'll just send it to me. I'll do it. I'll help you with it.
It's too late now. I've burnt that bridge, but that's okay.
I don't know. I think that you're not like a toxic dude like humping the stool. I think that you guys could collaborate on some good stuff. I think that you're because you're kind of like Coble too. I think you guys kind of feel like Asheville comics. Like I love Greenville comedy, but y'all kind of feel like more like you belong here as much as there. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah. All weird.
I know. Sometimes I get scared when I come up to Asheville to do comedy though, because it's harder. Because like the audience, like I don't know, like I have like autism jokes or like jokes that are like ever so slightly misogynistic, and like that flies in Greenville fine, but I tried some of them last night and it was like silence on the Western Front, like yeah.
What was last night?
The Sly Grog.
Oh, that's right, that was last night. Yeah, that's kind of weird with and that's the thing I say on here all the time, that I love Asheville, but I think we're too like trying to like, we're the justice woke warriors of the. And then you go to Atlanta or New York or some place that's really got culture, and they're like saying retarded and all kinds of stuff. Like they don't give it. They're beyond it.
Yeah.
So we can be a little uptight about that.
I mean, I think that there's like, it's good that there's a space for everybody, no matter how they view what's politically correct or not. Like I'm really glad that there's like a space like this for like comedy and just way of life. I think that's important, you know.
Yeah, that's why I moved here. I grew up in Tennessee, and that's why I came here.
I went to Tennessee for the first time a few weeks ago, and it's grungy up there.
Yeah. Which part did you go to?
I went to Knoxville.
Yeah. Did you do comedy?
I did comedy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Could you?
It was for Don't Tell Knoxville.
Through Maze?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So you guys are connected.
Yeah. He was very nice.
Yeah, he's great.
The scenery in Knoxville, not as nice, but it's cool to travel and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have jokes where like are exactly kind of along the lines you're saying, and I'm like, I need to go Knoxville show so I can go try these jokes, you know, like.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then I'll come back to the odd, and they're like, dude.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got them back, right? Do you feel like last night? It's not like they weren't with you on the next thing.
Oh, last night was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I won't lie. I was kind of scared when he asked me to do the show, because I saw the lineup and I messaged him and I was like, hey, you know, I don't do any like performance other than like talking, right? And he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, okay. And I was really hesitant, and I said no like twice, and then he asked me again, and I was like, okay, I just need to suck it up and go do it. And then it was honestly the most fun I've had in so long.
Just like this podcast, the third time. I swear, I was like, this is the only time I've done a day of podcasts where and it worked out, because I was like, if I give you like, I'm booking 2 months out, I'm like, I know you'll change your mind 9 times. I was like, let's make this happen today.
I feel so bad. I
even left my meeting and we got to 3. I was like, y'all, the meeting's over at 3. I lied. I was like, I'll take my kid to
I'm so sorry.
No, this is great.
Well, when you asked me like either the beginning of this year or last year, I was like, no one wants to listen to me like talk about like comedy opinions. Who am I? Like, I live with my mom and I work in restaurants. Like, you know, I feel like I didn't have anything to add to the conversation.
It's a pretty low stakes podcast. There's not a lot of it's not like a big podcast, but I think it'll be there forever. So like the way I look at it, like when I'm old, like when you're old, you know, you could like go back to like 2 years in of comedy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's the treasure in that. I'm like, that's the 46-year-old dad in me is like, it's a little scrapbook for.
No, for real. It's gonna be cool to go back in the future and be like, oh, what the fuck was I doing? You know?
Yeah, but people are interested, I think, in like sometimes people think you come on here and you have to like be funny or tell some story, but it's like I think people are probably interested in like what you're like.
Yeah.
What goes on in your mind, you know?
It's also like kind of scary too. The longer I've been doing comedy, the worse that fear gets is like, I feel like sometimes when I like go to shows or mics, I have like a bit of a like persona I do. So if I act strange at all, people will be like, oh, there's just like, she's just a little weird. So it's strange to get closer with people and like let that drop. I know that sounds kind of silly. I have social anxiety, like terribly.
Oh, me too. I mean, I say this all the time on here too, that this podcast is kind of like to make up for like when there's a group of comics, I don't know how to like just walk up and how to do that. So it's like there's one way to look at this is talk to everybody one-on-one, because I'm very comfortable with this. Yeah. That's in my space. And then I'll just meet everybody that way instead of like the group hangs are just kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like yelling, trying to be funny at the same time, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really I think that networking is like just as important as having good jokes, and I feel like I was like raised on a laptop, so like my people skills are not up to par sometimes.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the thing that's like, yeah, you're totally right. Like people that are really organized and know how to do the emails and stuff, and the networking can get more gigs than like a lot of my favorite comics, like Cody. He's amazing, and I think he's integrity. He's put in the work. He's done the things, and it's like, we've talked about this on here, so I don't think he'd mind me sharing. But just like figuring out how to do the booking and the emails and stuff, that doesn't really come naturally to him.
Oh yeah,
because y'all are like authentic artists. That's the way I see it. So someone like me, I'm like, I would like to help y'all like figure out how to send out the emails. Like, let's normalize it. Like, you don't have to be like ashamed, to promote yourself a little bit or send out the emails or have a website.
Yeah.
I would love to help you with that, or just bounce ideas, because I mean schmoozing in a room. I don't know how to do that, but I think just like getting like sending. Don't be afraid to ask to. Do you ask to get on shows?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Sometimes against what people say is like the right way to go about it, but even if I don't send the best emails, I definitely ask, or if there's somebody at the Comedy Zone that I like, I'll be like, hey, I would love to do this. This past weekend, I wrote like a pretty, what I would consider professional email, and sent it to all the Comedy Zones in the area, and was like, hey, I did this. This was the results. Here's my little resume. I would love to work with you. Only one's replied so far, but it's just better than none.
Yeah, and I never expect to get any replies. That's kind of part of the challenge, is like putting yourself out there and not getting driven crazy and quitting when inevitably most people don't ever get back to you.
Yeah.
That drives people crazy, and they quit and they get angry because they don't feel like they're getting the energy back.
It's definitely a little frustrating, but also like, I had the incident with my unprofessional email, and like I feel like it's, if you haven't seen me do comedy a bunch before, I feel like you watch me go up there and be like, and like stare at the floor, and that's not what all bookers want. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. So I've just sort of like made peace with the fact, like, I'll do shows where I'm wanted, and it's okay that not everybody wants me to like perform with their brand, and that's okay. Like, I'll end up where I'm supposed to be. Yeah I love that. That's perfect, because you're not a mainstream comic, like I dabble in like mainstream clean shows. I can do like that kind of stuff, but it's not my favorite, and that's not what I like to watch the most, but I like to work. But I mean, it seems like your lane, and I mean, you're just starting and you're young too, so it's like there's plenty of time for it to gather momentum and come to you. Yeah. Though it was so funny because with the Michael Palisak show, Grady was like, if you can't do all the shows, you need to find someone to do one of them. And, when it's a clean comic, they usually try to get like a clean opener. And I was like, oh, well, who the fuck do I ask? And he was like, you should ask Ryan. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And it worked out really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. I really appreciated that because that's the only time I've ever performed on that stage. So now I got to do it. It's always nice to cross a club because I've seen some great shows there and I've always meant to go to the mic. So I appreciate the hookup.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That guy is so nice.
So nice. And then I was like, yeah, hey, we did that. And he was like, yeah, I remember you. And I was like, oh, he remembered me. But then I figured out later, I was like, wait a second. I told Makenzie, and then you had told him. So he was like, which is fine. I mean, that's kind of what you do when you're at that level is like, you got to like act like you remember people.
Yeah.
But I was like, he remembered me. And then on the drive home, I was like, hey, he didn't remember me. Which is fine.
I don't even feel like I do like a crazy amount, but I apparently I went up to Knoxville and I was like, it's nice to meet you. And Justin was like, I met you in Charlotte. And I was like, what? Like, no, also that could be the Klonopin where I just missed out on meeting a bunch of people. And then they're like, we met. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
What was it? Like, Don't Tell in Charlotte or?
Oh, yeah. The Don't Tells in Charlotte are a lot of fun. Charlotte's my favorite city so far.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I love Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Who runs the Don't Tells in Charlotte?
You
don't have to say on the mic if you don't want to.
He doesn't like when you name drop him. Like, he's specifically been like, I hate when people
starts
DM
with a W?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I could see that. I think that's one thing that you're pretty memorable. You have a different vibe, whereas I could see how you might not remember somebody that remembers you because there's not I sometimes if I see a flyer and it's 4 heads that look like mine, I'm like, dear God,
Oh, yeah.
there's different archetypes. I can't even really think of anyone that your comedy even reminds me of. Sometimes you see comics and you know exactly, like Shane Gillis, you're like every.
Is that the guy who's this is bah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go to a mic and you see 4 guys in any city that are doing an impression of him.
I think my downfall at the beginning of this year, though, was really the Klonopin every day. I don't remember so much stuff. There was one time I went to the Odd with Coble and apparently talked with Julia and other people, and it was gone. It was gone. We stopped and I got a bunch of bluey juices, and I was like, Coble, when did that happen? And
bluey juices?
Yeah.
What's that?
The juice with the characters on top. Like
a drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have Patrick and SpongeBob water at the gas station right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's 2 for $5, so you can get Patrick and SpongeBob.
And that's the same as bluey juices?
No, it's I just like stuff with characters. I'm a victim of consumerism for sure. Yeah.
I just thought of your Build-A-Bear joke. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. No, working at Build-A-Bear was awesome. People ask me sometimes if I actually worked at Build-A-Bear, and I did, and it was great. I would still be working there if they didn't pay $9 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, a lot of... What do you think about as far as your, what's autobiographical and what's, just absurd or made up? Do you...
Honestly, I feel like a lot of it is really genuine. I've found a lot of success from just taking my reality and trying to make it palatable for people that don't know me at all. I think that's a really fun thing to do. And then to have people being like, I wonder if she actually worked there is funny to me.
Yeah. It's funny to me too. The mystery can be kind of, and then you find out you did and you're like, even better.
Yeah.
Were you when you were growing up, did you make your friends laugh and stuff, or was it just
it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so loud all the time. In school before COVID happened, I was just
loud.
Yeah. I know it's complete 180. but in school I was really loud. I was always trying to make jokes with like friends and stuff. Even in work, like at work, I work in restaurants, so it's like I get like if I'm tired that day, I'm just fucking saying shit constantly to keep myself
silly shit.
Yeah.
Did people would laugh? Did you have a sense you were funny before you started writing with Tommy in the basement on acid?
A little bit, yeah. And then Tommy was also like really supportive. Like we were just down there like giggling all the time.
Aw.
And he
sounds like a sweet time.
No, it was awesome, and it led to like what is probably like my favorite thing in my life. So yeah,
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
you know, like no matter what happens with y'all, that like who knows if you'd even be on this journey. I mean,
yeah, I'm really grateful for that friendship and everything I learned from it and like what came afterwards. I think stand up is really special, and it's really, yeah.
If you could have like 5, 10, 20 year goals, like if you could be like, what would that look like?
It's hard to say because like for a long time my biggest goal was like doing the Comedy Zone show, and like now that I did that, I'm like, I don't know what to do next. Like of course I want to do that at comedy zones like all over, and I want to go to like different comedy clubs. Like having a Netflix special isn't necessarily like my goal. It's hard to say. I'm just really scared I'm going to be 46 and I'm going to look back and be like, oh, I was doing so much when I was 22. Why didn't I keep it up?
I hadn't thought of that like that's the nice thing about starting older is you're like, it's not like I was like, the odds are just against you.
Yeah.
Is there like an ideal set length you like to do? Like how much time do you like to do, or how much can you do if you have to stretch it and do everything?
Well, the show at Comedy Zone, I wrote down every single joke I've liked from the past 2 years, and I told Bill, I was like, I'm probably only going to be up there like 30 minutes. And then not halfway through, like towards the end, I was like, Bill, how long have I been up here? And he was like 46. And I was like,
shit.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was so surprised.
Were you doing like little crowd work moments or something? Where did the extra time come from?
I did like some crowd work, but also I like pulled from jokes that I don't necessarily resonate with anymore and just like worked them in with the stuff I like now, and it just worked out that way.
That's amazing.
I'm super excited about it. I put that on like my little email, but ideal time is like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
probably
20 is great because it's enough to relax, but then it's not, if it feels weird, you're not stuck for too long.
So like this sounds like really like, I don't know, I feel weird saying it, but like I started working at Comedy Zone. Like I wait tables there, and a lot of people are like, how do you get
perfect? You're doing everything perfectly.
No, really, I'm really glad that I decided to do that because Greenville isn't the biggest stand-up town. I started working there. The guy that manages the club is the one who like picks everybody. So I started working there, and I was like, I love comedy. Like I'm just a 20-year-old. And then you have comics who come in who don't sell well, and they're like, we don't have a host or a feature. And then Grady's like, well, she can do it. And I started doing spots at the club when I was only a few months in, and I wasn't ready for it. I look back and I cringe, and I'm like, oh, if I ever see these people again, they're gonna be like, ha. But
you kept getting back up, so it must have not been the way everybody felt.
I think that I was really determined to do better next time. But there were definitely times where I was up there like slotted for like 20 minutes, and I know that you don't have to do the whole 20 minutes, but I was up there and I was just miserable, and I was like, I want this to be over like so bad, but I know if I just get off stage, like they won't ask me to do it again. So you just yeah.
So you do have some sense of like a work ethic or commitment, you know. You're not, because some people would be like, just give in to the urge to run off stage. because it's so uncomfortable.
It's weird to say that it's like a work ethic, but also like I don't have any other
Sorry.
It's okay. I don't have any other career aspirations.
Yeah.
I dropped out of college. I was working in restaurants. I was like, oh, this is fine. Like, I'm 20. And now that I'm 22, I go on Instagram and my friends are graduating college and stuff. And I'm like, oh, comedy better work or else this is going to be a little embarrassing.
Dude, I got a computer science degree. That's what I do for a living. Like, it's great, you know, pays well, and I can support my family. I didn't go get that degree till I was 30. I did it all in my 20s. I was like, I'm trying to be a musician and all that, and everybody else did those things and got in the rat race early. And I'm so glad that that was still plenty of time. So I mean,
that gives me hope.
Yeah, you don't need to do that now. It's crazy to even commit to a path and rack up all that debt when it's such a scam.
Yeah,
I mean, most people don't even ever end up using that degree anyway. So
no, working in restaurants, like
the experience you're getting, you're doing the orange peel of the Comedy Zone. These fucking boring ass like literature degrees that they're going to be paying off forever. Like, they're making huge mistakes. You're like doing your hero's journey on stage. You're going on adventures to other cities.
Oh yeah,
you're learning the real shit.
I'm very lucky that stand-up's been so kind to me. I think if you told me 2 years ago that I'd be doing some of the stuff I'm doing now, I don't think I would have believed it, honestly. Not that I'm like out there like filming specials and like crushing every room, but I genuinely, like, even when I'm tired and I'm like, I don't want to drive 3 hours, like it's something to be grateful for that I'm even driving 3 hours to tell jokes and get money to do something I love.
Yeah. Do you go solo for the out-of-towners, or do you bring somebody with you?
When I first started, it was a lot easier to be like, hey, do you want to go do this with me? But the farther I get into it, I'm like, I don't want to rope anybody into like getting home at 1 a.m.
Yeah. I like the car time alone too.
It's nice.
You know, it is nice, just like, because it's kind of what stand-up is. Like, it's a lone wolf kind of thing, which I like being in a band, having to schedule with other people and agree, compromise.
Yeah.
I like the dark car ride home.
Yeah, and like, you know, if you're sad about like how your set went, you can really sit in that. Or if you have like a high from just crushing, you can be like, fuck yeah, I'm fucking sick, and like listen to your favorite music and no one's there to be like, what the fuck is that?
Get over yourself. You can just be an egomaniac in the car. I fucking rule. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm glad that you have that experience too.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
So fun.
Either way, I mean, like the out-of-town bomb, like, I mean, it's all just so much more valuable than going to college. I mean, I hope my kids, you know, to go if it is good, but it's also like, I don't know, learn how to do carpentry or fix a toilet or.
Oh, yeah.
I think like stand-up is just, you learn how to, it's the great skill. I think you can apply it to whatever you do. Even if you decide, I did stand-up for 10 years and I'm done, I think you'll still be able to like take all that with you to whatever's next.
Could you put stand-up on a job resume? Like, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it depends on the job. I think a cool place, like I work for a startup, you know, like a hip startup, you know.
Yeah.
And they were like, they loved it, you know, be your weird self, you know. But then I've worked for like the government, and I think with them it is maybe you want to like sound professional.
Yeah.
But a cool job would like it.
So if I was like applying to Lockheed Martin, I should probably not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But listen, you're not ever gonna.
I'll go wherever the wind takes me. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
It's like I having like flashbacks to talking to Cody about some of this stuff too, because like I'm like, tell him you posted a show at the Orange Peel, like, you know, like you don't have to hide that. Like, that's a cool thing. You want to work with interesting people, and if they don't value that, like, it's probably not a place you should be anyway.
Oh yeah, I know that restaurants are very like low stakes jobs, or low stake jobs, but it's really cool because every restaurant I've worked at since I've like started comedy, like all the managers are like, yeah, take that time off, like go do what you need to do for like comedy. Even with like waiting tables at Comedy Zone, my manager sat me down a few months ago and was like, I know you're here because you love comedy and not because you want to wait tables. And
Wow.
yeah,
Universe, not to get all Asheville woo woo, but it feels like it really has conspired, from writing in the basement to like working at I thought you had to go to New York to work in a club. So you're like around it, and then you're getting these people like really want you to, I wanted you to be on here. Like, it's not like you're having to like shoehorn your way into things. Like, it feels really like it's like the universe is conspiring to.
Once again, so grateful. I think when I first started, I was like, I want to do this every single day. Like, I want to work at the comedy club. Like, I want to understand all of it. And now I don't necessarily love waiting tables at the comedy club, but it's experience that I'm very glad that the world let work out for me, for sure.
Yeah, I would almost be like more worried about you if you were like, you could do whatever you wanted all the time and just be on stage at night. Like, I mean, not just you, but anyone. It's like, I think adversity, like the idea that you can just do what you want all the time, I've seen that destroy people, because it's like, where do you go from there? It like fucks your dopamine up. Like, like having to do a thing you don't want is necessary I think for the payoff of what you do want, like having kids and having all that responsibility. And it's amazing, like when I get to go out and like do a show, it's like, yeah, like it's better because of the struggle.
Yeah. Or like, to do like the out of town shows that are more than like 2 hours away, like my car's like old, like it's old enough to vote. So like I definitely like have to pick up extra shifts at the restaurant so I don't like have my car explode and then be like, oh, there goes my stand-up mobile. Like, I don't know. Yeah,
that's good that you have to work, like you're not a trust fund kid. Yeah. Like, I feel like you wouldn't be as funny if you were.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that I've encountered some people who seem like they have not been through certain things that poverty will make you live through, and I'm like, oh, like we're on completely different planets right now.
Yeah.
No, good for them though.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have to worry about like food or like your car exploding and stuff, like, that's awesome. Like, good for you, but also it's just different life paths.
There does seem to be a correlation between that. I mean, that's the cliche, is that the comedian is like the most miserable person ever. I don't think that's something I do kind of battle with. Like, I do need to function and be an optimist to be a dad. But I mean, just the people I've met, there's certainly like Richard Pryor's life and that kind of stuff. Like, there's certainly.
Did he kill himself?
Oh, I mean, you could say he did because he did so many drugs and burned himself up that was part of it. But he lived to be old, and but he grew up in a brothel and was abused. And he's got a great autobiography where he's like just brutally vulnerable and honest about it. And it does seem like there's some alchemy that happens with the trauma and the laughter.
Yeah. That's why I quit doing Klonopin, because I was so happy when I was on Klonopin. I wasn't writing. And I was like, oh, I feel like these jokes come from like a place of sadness. Like, even if it's a joke about like fast food, like I really feel like most of my jokes at least come from a place of like uncomfortable.
Yeah. I think fast food's sad, I think that's...
Yeah. Taco Bell definitely isn't like a place that you celebrate, for sure.
What does that look like when you, like, as far as writing, do you make time for it, or do you just, when something funny pops into your head by itself, you get it down, or voice memo, or what?
I have a really, really long note on my phone that you can where I've written down every idea I've had.
Just one, like the whole act, the whole 46 minutes is like...
Oh yeah, 46 minutes and like all the uncut of like all the thoughts I think are fun. I've never sat down and been like, I'm gonna write jokes right now, because whenever I like think about like, okay, I need to sit down and write stuff, I feel like my brain would just be like, actually, you need to look at Reddit. Like, yeah, I have the Gen Z like short attention span type thing. I hate to say that sounds cringy as hell, but it's so true.
No, I mean, I have that. I mean, I think I'm like undiagnosed ADHD.
Yeah.
but then when do you do it? Is it like you just feel inspired at night and you just start writing into it? Like what gets you in that dock where you're writing?
I feel like it's usually when I'm driving. I hate to say it's usually when I'm driving, but I'll be like,
you dictate it or just dangerously?
Yeah, no, I'll be like driving home from Charlotte and pull my phone out and then like do the talk to text and just like say the general idea of what I have and then try to remember it in the morning.
Yeah. So do you find that like you mentioned Charlotte, like after a show might be like a time that you're more inspired or before, like does having a show make you more likely to have ideas?
I think just the time alone with myself does, because like I live with my family, like I work with the public, my hobby is with the public. So I think the time alone where it's just like quiet is when, because I don't want to be like, I don't get much quiet time, but like you have kids, you probably don't get much quiet time.
Not a lot, no.
Yeah.
So you're like sitting there having quiet time and then the ideas just kind of come and then you're like, this feels like a joke or something I should.
Yeah, or like, Coble's one of my best friends.
I love Coble.
I love Coble too.
He's a big supporter of this podcast.
He is.
He's listening. I don't know if anyone else is, but he's listening still.
No, I haven't told him that I was coming to do it yet, but I think he'll be pretty excited because he loves the podcast. He wanted to make a fan account for the Home Planet podcast.
That's awesome. We should not tell him and just let it show up and it'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah. No. He was trying to convince me to come on with either him or Zalata, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought maybe you'd be more comfortable with a buddy, but I was also like, I always worry I'm going to talk over people, and then when you get 3 people, I was like, we'll probably not get inside Mackenzie's head as much as we want.
And also, like, I feel like when it's a big group of people discussing the, like, is semantics the right word of comedy?
Yeah.
It's just so much more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like the drive home from Charlotte, the solo. Like 2 people is still manageable for me. Solo, I love it. 2 is all right. These are 3, 4, 5. It starts to get like just scattered and unmanageable.
For sure. Yeah.
I start being like, how do I stand usually? Like when there's like enough of a group.
Am I being cool right now? Like,
yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, so did you like before comedy, did you like journal or write like, did you write your own plays or, read like what was your arts experience before stand up?
So I was like a theater kid, but I was like a technical theater kid. Like I was like building the sets, like like measuring wood and then like playing with the light and the soundboard. I tried to do like actual on-stage stuff, but it made me deeply uncomfortable. For my theater final for 10th grade, I wanted to do like a monologue, and then I practiced. I was happy with it, and then we did like the practice run of the show in front of the class, and I was like, no, like let me go do the light and the soundboard for the show. I can't do this.
What was it? Was it a play I would know?
No, it was like this like murder mystery that was like in Miss Lavely's like cabinet. It's like the plot like Gravy Thickens or some shit like that. Yeah.
I love it. It's still kind of like being waiting at the comedy place where you're still kind of like there, you're kind of like in the room feeling the magic, like kind of being. There's so many stories of people working the door at the comedy store for forever, and just like through osmosis you're still kind of absorbing what you like about performance and what you don't.
Oh yeah, dude, working at Comedy Zone, like, and there was a good stretch where I was there like every weekend, like waiting tables, and like it's really cool to see, but also equally it's like, oh, some of these people are like awful, and some of the stuff that they say is awful. I'm a firm believer that stand-up should not be hateful. I think hateful jokes like targeting like certain groups or just like riffing on certain groups is bad.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely, I totally agree. And it's such a weird line with like what, like there's been times where I think I'm being ironic. I think I'm like ironically making fun of somebody that would say something like that, but then I realize, oh, I'm like, I look like this, and people might think I'm actually.
Yeah,
it's a tricky space
for sure. And some of the comedians are just assholes. Like, I won't name any names, but like seeing the writer list and like the way that they treat like staff that are just like waiters and stuff, because I'm the only one that's like a waiter there that does comedy, but like seeing the way that some of them talk to my coworkers is just, I'm like, what happened to make y'all like act like that? Like, there's one guy, he had like a writer list that was like 2 pages long, where he wanted like a mini heater and like cookies you could only buy at Kroger, and like,
what the hell? That's insane.
Yeah.
Are you just trying not to get booked again? I mean, did he sell out like 5 shows?
He did.
Fuck.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
Oh man.
But that's the only time you can do that. But you'd think, I feel like most people I meet that are successful are very nice, but I'm not staff.
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting to see the real side.
Yeah, like, and our manager will like tell us stories about like when someone was like grumpy or like rude, and then they get there and I want to name drop a celebrity. Do you think if it would ever come back?
I mean, what do you want to say about him? You want to say the thing first, and then I'll say if we should say the name, or I don't know.
They are a celebrity. They came in and their manager was like, don't look or speak to the comic. So we were all like standing in the bar, because that's where we get like the food and the drinks to run out to people. And the comic was in there, and we were all just like silently like looking at our feet, because they told us not to look at him.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I would maybe not say the name if you. I mean, I would love it if you did. It sounds fun, but I don't know.
Okay, I'll leave it. They dated Ariana Grande.
Okay. Yeah, so you got to work for it a little if you want.
Yeah, they did.
I've heard of that at like, like Bob Dylan played the Orange Peel like 20 years ago, and they were like, somebody comes in and they're like, don't look him in the eye. That's his deal. And it's like, well, that sucks, but also he's Bob Dylan. So, I mean, but still, it's like, why are you even out there doing it if you're so separate from the people that you're entertaining, that you're like, that is weird. I guess it's just, I can't relate to it. I've been performing for 30 some years, and like I just don't trying to get say yes to like I'll drive to 6 hours for the worst show.
What's the longest you've driven for a show?
I mean, let's see. I mean, sometimes I'll be somewhere already and I'll get a show in. It's like I'm doing Pittsburgh Don't Tell next week because we're visiting family, so that's like 9 hours away. I've done like Key West and New York, but we were kind of already there. But I mean, I'm driving to Virginia for a show. Driving like 6 hours in a month or two, but it pays well. So I can't really drive for like a 5-minute spot that doesn't pay anymore. I just can't do it. I've been doing this for 10 years, and like I'd like to, but I really do have to try to get like break even.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I can't lose money.
You have kids in the house and stuff.
I got kids in the house.
Yeah. And
I make money, but it's all like goes to, that stuff, which is more important than comedy. But yeah.
When I was blacked out on benzos earlier this year, I apparently applied to a bunch of comedy festivals, and I don't remember doing it. And I got an email that was like, you've been accepted into like the Fountain City Comedy Festival in Missouri.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was like,
but now you have to get there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know if I should drive to Missouri. And then I sat and thought about it, and I was like, maybe high off her ass Makenzie was onto something. Like, maybe this will be a fun time.
Yeah. You said yeah, right?
I did. Yeah.
How far is the drive?
It's 13 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never driven that far.
Yeah.
I've never been that far away from home.
Yeah, so you're going to need hotel,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but it seems like a good, like, there's probably going to be more of this. So, like, figure out the logistics of it. I don't know how you are with, like, planning and logistics. I'm happy to help you with this stuff. If you ever want to just bounce ideas, because, I mean, you're gonna it's probably gonna be more of that, you know.
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, even like, okay, well, what are the cities between here and there, and what night is that? And you know, can your Don't Tell network or somebody, like people like Justin Mays? I mean, he's like, he knows everybody because he's Don't Tell. He's nice, so you can like hit up him or people and be like, hey, I don't even know what cities are in between, but
yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I didn't know where Fountain City was. Yeah. I had to Google it after I got the email.
But yeah, I mean that's exciting to yeah, like I want to do all 50 states. That's the goal. I've done 12 of them, so you know, even if it's not the best shows, like
yeah, just marking one off the list is fun.
Yeah, like it's because that's the thing. It's not like be famous. It's like do all 50 states. Like I can do that probably over the next 10 years. I mean, Alaska and Hawaii will be crazy, but
oh yeah,
you know, just I'm kind of in it for just the adventure of it.
I think it's funny the longer I do comedy, like my idea of like what making it in comedy means changes all the time. 'Cause like I feel like being able to pay a bill with money you made from jokes is just as much of like making it as filming a special is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's really, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've still ever done that unless you count a hotel room or like everything I make off comedy I put back into comedy. But it's still, if it's self-sustaining, that's kind of like been big for me that I can just go on the road for like 3 days and like come back not having lost money.
Oh yeah.
Like that feels like a huge success.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Well, geez, we're at an hour 15-ish. Should we just wrap up on that note? I know you got a show tonight, so you might want to like go back into like you know, whatever the mode is. But yeah, it's so cool to have you on. I'm excited to put this up.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm glad that you were like, come down today.
Yeah, we did it. And then when Emily was like, she's out there on the porch, and I didn't see her on the porch, I was like, I bet she left, like running out to the road.
That would have been so rude. I promise I'm not that rude. I swear.
I didn't mean rude. I just, yeah. I think hopefully it was comfortable. You know, I was like, I bet we'll just get into it. But a lot of times people are really scared to do it. A lot of times, like when they sit down in the chair, I look over and they're like horrified. But then after 5 or 10 minutes, they're like kind of forgetting that it's being recorded.
Yeah. Well, if you're nervous and Ryan asks you to be on the podcast, it's not as intimidating as you think it is to anybody listening that's scared. Yeah.
Appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you at Hartsdale tonight.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Thank you.
It was real.
Yeah.